We could go for a showdown. Showdown might allow us to have some more stuff. Of course, if I just rip a Fervent here and play the land, next turn we could go for the showdown. We could also end up swinging in for a total of 9, 10, 11 damage. Put him down to 6 life here. I mean, I really like the idea of that, I'm not gonna lie. It's hard to resist when you know you have the power and all that's staring back at you is a teeny tiny little robber of the rich. So we'll swing all in. They're gonna take it on the face and go down to 6. Beautiful. What's up, everybody? My name's Chance. Today we're gonna be diving into a Rally the Merriment Humans deck, if that makes any sense. It's like a humans deck disguised as a knights deck, kind of. I intentionally I kind of went into this deck with the idea of playing knights, and then ended up realizing that naming humans with Rally might actually be better, and I'll explain more of that later. So Rally the ranks, 2 mana. As it enters the battlefield, choose a creature type, humans or knights in this scenario. Creatures you control of the chosen type get +1/+1. Now, the reason that I say sometimes we'll be playing this as humans, and for a large majority we'll be playing this as humans instead of knights, even though this is a largely, looks like knights deck, and we have Rimrock, which is not a human, is because of Worthy Knight. Now, we only have 2 copies of Rimrock, which is, two dwarves that aren't humans, but other than that, the rest of our deck is all human knights. We even have Outlaws Merriment, which, again, Rally the Merriment, this is humans. So, further reason for us to just name this as humans, right? Occasionally, you'll have your Rimrock down. There will be a reason or a rhyme to play Rally for knights, but again, the large majority go for the humans. So, Worthy Knight. Whenever you cast a night spell, create a 1/1 white human creature token, okay? Boom. Even more reason to just name humans. So I think in this deck and in this scenario, naming humans is better. If you go for a Mardu or even Rakdos Knights, probably not, maybe not, depending on what you end up with there. That's up to you. Anyways, we've all seen Knights before, so for a general rundown, a lot of these cards are very similar to what we've seen in the past, Inspiring and all that kind of stuff. We do have a couple copies of Glass Casket for some removal, and Shatter Skull, of course. I think between these 2 cards and the fact that we're not really trying to be a removal-heavy deck, you should be fine. Moving up into the top end, we have Maul of the Skyclaves to help send our smaller knights, even Venerable Knight, right? Making that a 4/3? 4/3? Yeah. Making it a 4/3 first strike in the sky. It's pretty strong, The opponent, even if they do remove it, you're getting a benefit back off of the Venerable Knight. Your Maul's staying on the field, and you didn't really put too much into that creature, right? It's just a 1 mana creature. Anyways, moving us on up, we do have 2 copies of Showdown of the Scalds. I go back and forth with this, but I think it's honestly a little costly. Like, in some scenarios, you're just trying to go fast, you're trying to win, and then you see a showdown, and then you see another showdown, and I think it just sort of blocks you up. It's like a clot, and it honestly can cost you the game. So I think going for less than 4 copies on showdown is more realistic of expectations from your deck, right? Which is why we're playing 2 copies of Outlaws Merriment. I know that when we're playing these style of decks where we're going fast, going wide, it's better to just aim for victory and not try to battle the control deck out by trying to slip in damage here or there. We're not tempo, we're aggro. So, don't forget that. Sometimes I do whenever I'm playing, I'm trying to go slow and make sure, but in all reality, you're aggro. Beat them down, smack them in the face, that kind of stuff. Of course, we have 2 copies of Embercleave up in the top end. I have thought about going to 3 copies, but with Acclaimed Contender, you can generally find it a little bit easier. And of course, we have the Maul, and I don't really think this is an Embercleave entirely kind of deck, so 2 copies should be fine for you. Anyways, I'm not gonna I almost had it. I'm not gonna talk your ear off this morning, as again we all know Knights, so we're just gonna jump into the gameplay, the jokes, the action, the puns, be they good or bad today. And without further ado, let's go into the matches. Oh yeah, if you're interested, the other channel, my second channel, whatever you want to call it, has its first video going live today at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which I don't know what time this video will be going up, but make sure you hop over there and check it out. There is a link down in the description, of course, and I greatly appreciate it if you do. Of course, if you're enjoying the content here on this channel, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more. Without further ado, because I've said that at least 5 times now, let's dive into the matches. Chasco Meister? I don't know. This hand's not keepable. As much as I love the energy that it's throwing. What do we get rid of here? I definitely need the creatures, and the maul is really good. Just get rid of the glass cask and say fuck it. The opponent won't be playing any creatures. I mean, in all seriousness, if they're playing Sultai, then like glass casket's almost useless. So my thinking is the rest of these cards are pretty useful regardless of the deck we're up against. So, you know, that's just my simple mind doing its simple thing. Now, I don't know if it's Sultai, but they're definitely playing a slower control deck, so I am pretty happy with my decision. Part of me wants to just slam a jam of Fervent. The other part says play the Fabled, but I know, I think I know, at least, that playing the Fervent is correct. I say I know, and then, you know, question it. The reason being twofold. One, you could always draw into another land next turn, so having this tap land may not even matter, and the fact that you may have played it turn 1 and missed out on the Fervent damage, well, that might matter, right? Two, we still have a play. Come next turn, we can use the Rimrock to boost our Fervent, of course, if the Fervent lives. And then, you know, deal extra damage or whatever. Of course, now I'm being a little skeptical because they're highlighting it. It's Rogues. It beeth the Rogues. Alright, so we didn't hit a land. That is unfortunate, but we do still have the Rimrock Knight mana available. We're going to go ahead and grab white mana here with our Fabled. Plains. Just regular, degular plains. Alright, so we'll swing in with Fervent. They shouldn't block here. They're just going to look for the... Ooh, give me a Rimrock. You don't know where you're going, silly. Bam. Alrighty. So, Rogues, but they have budget land. So it could be budget Rogues. I mean, honestly, I don't see a Lotus. And, you know, if I was a budget player and one of the things I was looking to cut would probably be the Companion. I know that sounds a little funky because Companions are, well... pending really good. Sometimes they're just tacked on there because they can be. Gigantha, I'm looking at you for the most part. I feel like that card is just tacked onto decks that it can be. 2 rallies, not a bad sign. Alright, I think we just get down the Rimrock. Well, yeah. Unfortunately, whether they have counter magic or the 1/3, we can't really swing in with that Fervent. Even if we would have gotten down rally, they have the 1/3, so they would just defend. Omen. Ooh, so maybe I should have went for the rally. If they're playing Omen, though, like, this has got to be a slower Rogues deck. Or maybe it's not a Rogues at all. Maybe they're just like the Wind Robber. That seems really strange, right? Because that's not the kind of card that you play outside of Rogues. Really. Not really. I mean, I guess it could just be straight up mill. Teferi's Tutelage. Tuteloo, Tutelage, Tutelai. Come on, give me a freaking fracking land game. That's all I'm really asking for right now is a land. Alright, well, I guess we go for a rally. It's either that or drop a shield breaker. Not that I think they're gonna have any artifacts really for us to destroy. But you know, if I can get a rally down, that'd be cool. It'd be cool. No? Nah, that's fine. I didn't want it that much anyways. Did not want it that much anyways. So I don't know. I don't know if they're playing Rogues or not. I'm confused, honestly. And they look very roguish, I'm not gonna lie. It looks like they're about to drop a 1/3 on my ass and take out my Fervent. But that didn't happen, so we actually ended up dealing the 1 damage. Cool beans. Hallelujah. Alright. I really just need a land. I'll take a Shatter Skull. Hell, I don't care. I'm not judgy. I'm not picky. Give me a Shatter Skull and, you know, why is the opponent not tapped out at all? How many cards do I have over here? I only have 4. I feel like they should be working a little bit harder to get me down to 8, right? Zerasan. Oh, they're going to take my Outlaws Merriment. You're such a bitch. You're actually a bitch. Just so we're all clear. Unfortunately, our Embereth Shieldbreaker only destroys artifacts. No wonder you're just an uncommon shield breaker. You're useless. Hey, there's a land. I don't know what good that land is gonna do for us, but being honest. Maul's pretty good onto the Fervent, but it still doesn't allow us to take out the Xerath Sand, so we can't really do that. I think we just have to go for an acclaimed contender here, as much as I really don't like the idea of that. Your go. No shit. I was confused there for a minute whether it was your turn or my turn or whose turn, but now that you said it was my go, like, oh, okay, of course. No duh. No fucking duh. I like how it's always the control players that are like, hey, if you didn't realize, it's your turn to go. Like they don't take 3 fucking years to take their turn. Alright, Chaz, go. Thieves Guild Enforcer. Am I surprised? No. Do I hate it? Absolutely. Wind Robber. Oh, Wind Robber. I like how all of their mill has come from this Wind Robber. Hey, there's a Shatter Skull. Now, I could use this Shatter Skull to actually take out their Wind Robber. They can't quite sacrifice it in order to, you know, give it the stuff. Sounds kind of dirty. I could also just bolt this down. Doesn't sound too lovely. Get down Shield Breaker and a Rally the Rings, which would make our acclaimed contender big enough to deal with the Xerath and make our Fervent big enough to deal with the buffed up Thieves Guild, and it would make our Rimrock big enough to actually swing in and maybe mess them up. I don't know though, because they still have the 2-1 with life gain there. Alternate idea, we can go for the Maul here and then swing in. That would be putting them down to 4 life, of course. They still have the 2-1 they can swing back with, put them back to 6. Could potentially hit Embercleave thereafter though, or we could rally on the following turn, and that is 6 damage, of course. They could always leave Wind Robber back to defend. I think we go for the Maul play. It's risky. It's definitely riskier. If they counter it, sucks. But if I bolt down that Shatter Skull, you know, actually that's probably the better play. What can I say? I got a little greedy. Got a little greedy. It's alright, we'll just play it down regular. Old regular dagular. I saw victory and I just tunnel visioned. I don't know. Alright, so no attacks because we're still sitting at that mystical magical number 3 instead of 4, and of course we need 4 if we're going to try and take out Xerath, or at least be big enough in order to threaten taking out Xerath. I really hate they got my Outlaws Merriment, I'm not going to lie. I thought I was going to be the merry one today, and alas, here I am. Sad as hell. I definitely shouldn't do my commentaries first thing in the morning when I give, you know, almost 0 craps. Sorry, I'm trying to watch my language a little bit more here recently. Still fun with a cuss word every once in a while if it, you know, if it flavors up the sentence in a, you know, some people be like, oh, Janice, that doesn't exist. There's no such thing. But yeah, you know, to each their own. Whatever floats your goat. Are we gonna do Worthy Knight Shield Breaker, or are we gonna do Rally the Ranks? Something else. I don't know. Probably going to go for the Worthy Knight. I just like creating a lot of creatures, if I'm being honest. Now, they may counter it. They do still have 2 cards in hand. I don't care that they've already played 2 Trident Locks. That will not stop them from having a 3rd. I'll guarantee that. This is Rogues, ladies and gentlemen. They are lucky. Now, I am at 8 cards in my graveyard, which is absolutely horrific for me because it means, well, their Thieves Guild is turned online. They're able to draw several cards for very cheap. It's really not a great time. But next turn, we'll throw down that rally. We'll name humans. This is why you name humans, right? Because you got this. Now, I guess fair point could be made since we do already have the Rimrock Knight down to name knights. And that way it can swing through, and we don't really care about this 1/1 as it can always block these merriment tokens. So, I don't know. You know, I go back and forth. Of course, we'll end up creating more human tokens than we will the knights, right? We only have 2 knights in the deck. As soon as I play another knight, we'll create another human token, meaning that that rally will end up adding an additional 1 point of damage. Does that make sense? I hope so. Oh, that was all on my turn. Whoops. All right. I see. I like your strategy there of like you know, throwing things in the sky and then never doing anything else with your life. All right. Yeah, I mean, let's be real. It's time to rally. Rally the troops. This is the only way we're gonna win. Do not counter me, please, sir or madam, or Meister. I gotta name humans, I think, honestly. Although naming knights does allow our Rimrock to immediately swing in. Of course, it immediately gets taken out by the 2/1. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just name humans. It'll be fun. It'll be alright. Everything will be dandy. Alright, so if I swing with you, they definitely block with the 2/1s. But I gotta do something, right? We're going down to 4 on the next turn. We can't just keep hemorrhaging shit. Could swing in like this, but they usually block Xerath Sand to Fervent there, right? And just don't even worry about it. Alright, well, I guess this is my swing. This is the only one that I can. Isn't it a lovely swing? What we're really hoping for is like a big old Embercleave. We could have pump faked Embercleave here. Could have swung all in. They'd have been like, "Oh no, what's happening?" I don't think it would have worked. They're trading out the Xerath Sand, coincidentally enough. That's strange. Oh. Okay. GG. I see. That's smart. But I'll have no part of that. Thank you. Alrighty, the church is here. That sounds, you know. I'm gonna keep it. I don't love it. Mostly because we don't have any red mana, but you know, sometimes you gotta go out on a limb. Hello. Hi there. Turned out to be worth it in the end. Do I want to bolt this down? I don't think so. I think I just want to play Rally and name humans, right? Now, the reason we're naming humans is because of the knight that creates other creatures. It creates humans, and well, all of our knights are humans minus the dwarves, so it just sort of makes sense to me. In my humble opinion. We went ahead and got down the acclaimed contender here because it can block the Kargan unless they, of course, sink the 1 mana and blah, 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 blah. Or they may just be looking to trade? Yeah, just looking to trade. Alright, I mean, I'm fine with that. And they didn't swing in with the robber. Excellent. Excellente. So I could go Fervent plus Inspiring, or I could go just double Fervent, or I could go Showdown. But honestly, I like to have creatures down before I'm throwing the Showdown down. Anyways, we're going to do this. Fervent's up to a 3/3, which means we could just swing straight through that robber, smack him around, show him what's up, throw him down. But I'd almost rather keep a defender if they're playing mono red. Of course, you know, we're knights. We're here to beat them down too. We're human knights. I don't know what to consider this deck because it definitely started as a knight deck. I just realized that with those tokens, we would probably have more tokens from that creature than, you know, the number of times we would see the 2 copies of the dwarf. I don't know. It could be completely wrong. Anyways, we got a Shatter Skull. This one is really good. Oh, no, it's not. We actually don't have double red mana in order to cast this. I thought it was really good. We could go for a Showdown. Showdown might allow us to have some more stuff. Of course, if I just rip a Fervent here and play the land, next turn we could go for the Showdown. We could also end up swinging in for a total of 9, 10, 11 damage. Put him down to 6 life here. I mean, I really like the idea of that, I'm not gonna lie. It's hard to resist when you know you have the power and all that's staring back at you is a teeny tiny little robber of the rich. So, we'll swing all in. They're gonna take it on the face and go down to 6. Beautiful. I don't think they have enough power on the board in order to just Embercleave and win, so good stuff. They're saying GG, we'll say GG, and that's it. That's all there was to it. Alrighty, so Rally doing exactly what we wanted it to, and, well, rallying our humans, our human knights to victory. Blue Heart, and they're playing the dirty stinking Loris. It's rogues. I was really hoping that it would be cycling, maybe. I don't know. Honestly, both of those are pretty fucking horrific. Cycling, rogues, they both suck to play against. And as people. So Fervent, of course, we're gonna go ahead and swing in here. I don't give a crap less about Thieves Guild swing back at us, unless, of course, they play a Soaring Thought Thief. But if they do that on their turn, well, they didn't. Never mind. Ifs and buts and candies and nuts, you know what I mean? Now, there is something to be said for playing down the Inspiring Veteran, because, again, if they have the Soaring Thought Thief and I swing in with Fervent, Fervent does die unless I have Inspiring Veteran already down. Of course, if I play Worthy Knight first, it does allow us to build up more units. I think they're the kind of rogues player to have the additional unit, so I'm gonna go for the Inspiring Veteran. Your go. Boy, I love that phrase. I do love that phrase, because here's the thing. If I didn't know it was my turn, and them saying that made me realize it, genuinely, I would be probably need to go replay the tutorial, not gonna lie. Sorry if that sounds harsh, but, you know. Now, difficult decision here. Would I rather play down an additional knight in Venerable Knight, or use Rimrock to bolster one of our knights up here? Well, honestly, I think I just swing in as is right now. Use Rimrock if I need it, and then I can always, you know, judge where I want to go thereafter. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to swing all in. Swing a Rooski, swing a Roski. It's unfortunate if they do have a Thieves Guild, as that'll allow them to take out my Inspiring Veteran, but we'll also be taking out 2 creatures within that, so should be alright. Let's see what they got for us. Chum blocking the Thieves Guild. I am 10,000% okay with that. Hey. Hey now. If I can get rid of the Thieves Guild and it not be a trade-off, if we're just clearing it off the board, that is bonus for us. Bonus bonanza. Alright, well, I think we go for the Venerable Knight. Everything lived pretty well there, so Worthy Knight and Venerable Knight. And here's hoping they're not one of those rogue players that plays Extinction. Not E2 Extinction, Extinction Event. Right? Ooh, this is not looking good for us. Oh, it's just a Heartless. Oh, let's go. Whew. And then they're just gonna concede. I don't even get to get my rally down. That's messed up. That's fucked as hell, Blue Heart.